Welcome to Stars and Glitterballs with Jess and Lindsay.
This episode is a Halloween special. We'll be talking all things strictly and Halloween related. So, we're going to combine the two, really. We're going to talk about our favourite dances from the Halloween week, our favourite costumes / makeup, and then just kind of, because why not, just our general favourite Halloween songs. This is like, not just on Strictly, just in general, our favourite songs.
Yeah.
But as predicted, we have quite similar.
Yeah. Kind of. As per.
Yeah. So, beginning with dances. Go on.
My first one is the one that literally springs to mind. And I actually had to look up to see if it was Halloween, because I always forget if this is Halloween or musicals week. But
Yeah.
it is Frankie and Kevin with Defying Gravity from Wicked. And that was a tango in 2014. And they got 37 for that, 3 9s and a 10, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's really interesting that it wasn't musicals week.
Yeah.
I suppose I get that Wicked is kind of Halloweeny, but Frankie looked amazing though.
Yeah, I remember everyone was like, she looks so good in green.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've actually got that as my one of my favourite costumes because she just looks great in it.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah.
And I think it's obviously a very dramatic song to do it to as well. And
yeah.
I wish Strictly. That's one of my main things with Strictly is I wish they kind of branched out with their song choice sometimes, because you don't see songs songs as popular as Defying Gravity very often on the show.
No. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, definitely that was a beautiful one.
Yeah, that had to go on my list first because that's just the one that stands out to me.
And was that from 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, the first one for me on my list is now this one I actually did have to check it was Halloween as well. Faye and Giovanni's Theatre Jazz Couple's Choice.
Yeah.
This was just it was just incredible, wasn't it?
It was. That was
just,
the one when Craig was like, gave a 9 because of the tiny little bit.
I really think this should have been a 40. Yeah, it was just amazing. There was choreography, even the hair had choreography, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like the way she was moving it around,
flinging it around. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just all so in sync, and the song, the light, it was just the whole of it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the first one of its kind, really, wasn't it? Because that was the Couple's Choice.
Yeah, was that the first year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this was 2018, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to see theatre on Strictly, and this now it's got its whole new category, its whole own category.
Yeah, definitely started it with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to set the standard. And yeah, so sadly it didn't get 40, but I think he should have done.
It was very close.
So close, yes.
Yeah, so next on my list, I've got Claudia and AJ from 2016, and it was Black Magic by Little Mix, and they got 4 9s for theirs, so 36. I just love this one. I love the little outfit, and then at the start she's got a little sparkly black witch's hat that just, considering it's on camera and TV, the sparkle of that just picks up so much.
Yeah. It's all quite sweet, isn't it? And it's quite a contemporary, what I would think of quite a contemporary song, isn't it? To use as Halloween as well, which is nice, I think, and refreshing.
Yeah.
And it's quite it's quite I don't know if upbeat's the right word, because obviously it's speaking about Halloweeny stuff, but I don't know, it just seems quite a it's not as dark as some of the things that they could have danced to.
Yeah, in the background they had little toadstools and
I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Okay, My next one is, again, I've got loads from 2018, by the way. Again from 2018. This is Ashley and Pasha's Charleston to Witch Doctor.
Oh, that was great.
Pasha, the Pasha was just great, wasn't he? With the inflated stomach and things like that.
Yeah. That's another one that's like not overly, I wouldn't have said was like overly Halloweeny.
No, I suppose, yeah, it wasn't really, was it? Like, the song like kind of makes reference, like, obviously a witch, but
Yeah.
that's about it. And yeah, like a Charleston kind of doesn't fit. You wouldn't think a Charleston would fit a Halloween thing, really, because it's very like happy, isn't it? And
Yeah.
but like they made it like the facial expressions were still really exaggerated, and it actually fitted a Charleston perfectly. I thought, like, it was silly, it was wacky. The costume, like, you know, with the way like Pasha's costume was, well, that was just really like wacky as well, and there was like a element of comedy, but not so much that it like undermined it in any way. It was just great. Loved it.
And next on my list, I've got Alex and Kevin. Although was Alex and Neil, but Kevin stepped in.
Kevin stepped in this one, yeah.
So they did Ghostbusters, and that was Street, so their couple's choice, and that was last year. And they got 34, 7, and 3 9s. I just love this one, like the way they kind of like acted it all out.
Yeah, because there was one like distinct bit that you can see in the routine where like Kevin kind of loses it a bit.
Yeah.
And like Alex proper picks it up for him, and it's, I mean, to lead like that when you're only like, what week Halloween is? Is it week 5, week 6, something like that, isn't it? When it's before Blackpool, put it that way. Before you've even got to Blackpool, and to like take the lead like that when you're under that much pressure and with a new partner, it's just amazing. And you know, and like all credit to Kevin, because he had to learn that in like, well, it was such a short time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
to learn it
like
all.
A few hours or something.
A few hours, if that, yeah.
So, I mean, that was just incredible considering. But
yeah,
it was just an amazing dance, and
yeah, it was really cool with like the props and like the little guns, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, the way they was just like pretending to do it all.
Yeah, and that also appeared as her tour dance. She did actually get to do it with Neil, which was nice.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I enjoyed that one as well. Yeah, and again, like Street isn't necessarily something you would associate with Halloween, but it worked.
Yeah, I think just the dance, kind of not the dance, the song,
yeah,
and just the theme of it all linked together well.
Yeah, and there's sort of a kind of pattern with dances being to like themes of things, because my next two are from like themes of shows. My next one being Stacey and Kevin's dance to the Doctor Who theme. A tango, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm a big Doctor Who fan, and yeah, to see this is brilliant. I never thought there'd be a song to the theme. And they had Stacey was dressed as the current Doctor, and Kevin was dressed as a Cyberman, which is like one of the main aliens.
Yeah,
and what I loved in this one was like about halfway through, wasn't it? They kind of they switched the hold round, and Kevin's choreography did it as if like Stacey was now leading, to kind of to mimic the fact that like obviously there's now the first ever female Doctor Who.
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, halfway through they changed the hold, and she was then leading the dance towards the end.
Yeah, now I've mentioned it. Yeah, I remember, but
which is just brilliant because Kevin had to make it. Obviously, she wouldn't have been like that strong at leading at that point in the competition, so Kevin had to act like he was being pushed around, kind of thing. Whereas he was really, it's just amazing. And yeah, it kind of works for a tango because it's again a very dramatic theme tune, and there's a lot of moments where it's like, and that you can like, you know, do the staccato stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I was not too fan. It like fulfilled my. I guess it's much like you and the Harry Potter group dance.
Yeah.
It was everything you wanted, really.
Yeah, just like made your little Doctor Who heart happy.
Yeah, it did. My Whovian, yes.
So, next I've got Joe and Katia from 2017, and they did a Foxtrot to Trouble by Coldplay, and they got 32 4/8. And yeah, this was sort of all spider themed. I don't really know how else to describe it. I think Joe had like a cobweb on his face, and it was just, there was like this one bit where like they're kind of rolling on the floor and like unraveling.
Yeah.
And that just like stands out to me.
Yeah, I think doing a spider one probably alienates most of the population, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm personally not scared of them, but I know a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No. You like taking pictures of them from afar, though.
Well, usually to show people and be like, oh my god, look at this.
Look at this and its web.
Yeah. It's very interesting, spiders. I will say that. The way
They
that they
are.
just do
They
the
are.
little webs.
They're always crawling across the CCTV and like
Yeah.
making a cobweb around the camera, so you have to go out and
Get rid of it.
But that's on insets. So
Yeah.
so my second to last one is for dances at least, is also from a show, and it's it was Giovanni and Michelle's dance to the Addams Family from
Ooh,
2019.
I love this one.
Yeah, was this a tango as well? I feel like it might have been.
Foxtrot,
Oh, Foxtrot, okay. Foxtrot. Yeah, I didn't actually note the dance down, but I should have done.
I have, but I could be wrong. So.
Yeah, you're probably alright though. Yeah, so yeah, this one I remember seeing it at the time and just thinking, wow, because a great song obviously to do it to.
Oh yeah.
Everyone knows that and how it goes,
Yeah.
and the costumes are really good on this as well. Michelle in particular.
Yeah, she just, I don't know, she was just like a perfect person for it.
Yeah,
It just worked so well.
she was Morticia, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, she was a perfect Morticia, I think. She's just like kind of born to play it, really.
Yeah.
And the thing about Michelle when she dances is she's very detailed, and there was a lot of detail in that when I was watching it back, definitely, and like stuff that I kind of noticed, just little things that she did that were just like made the whole thing really.
Yeah.
I think she scored pretty highly for that as well. I believe. I don't know the exact score, but I think it was nines. There were nines in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it was 39.
Yeah.
3 10s and a 9.
Which is like pretty amazing for that point, in the show.
There's a lot of 39s. Of course, no 40s because of that one judge, but
no, we do not name, but yes, none before well, very very rarely it's before Blackpool, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know the official stats, but
no, I know that Debbie McGee was the earliest, put it that way.
Yeah.
But anyway, do carry on.
So next we've got Joe and Diane did a Foxtrot in 2018 to Young Blood by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yeah, I really like this. I really like this song. It's very catchy.
Yeah, it is.
They got another really modern one.
Yeah. There's like some songs like that one. Like I wouldn't have just naturally thought that's a Halloween song.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely.
It does kind of have a bit of a. It's got blood in the title.
Yeah, sort of like vampire vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's kind of what the theme was. Vampires, and they was dressed up as vampires.
Yeah, good costumes on that again as well.
Yeah, they got 35 and 8 and 3 9s.
Yeah, no, I think that one's quite a kind of underrated one of like Joe's dances in general.
Yeah,
I don't see it talked about a lot.
No, I don't.
But considering the score he got and stuff, I mean, that's pretty good, really.
Yeah.
So my final one for dances is from 2016, and it's Danny and Otis' dance to "Take Me to Church." Now this is one where, in terms of the song at least, when it first came out, I ended up hating it because it was played so much.
Yeah.
But like now that I revisit it, like I really like this. I really like the song. And like, obviously, if you don't know me by now, it's quite dramatic, so that's why I like it. And yeah, and Oti's choreography in this, and Oti's choreography in general, is just
Yeah,
amazing.
it is.
But yeah, I particularly liked it in this. I love how she just did it. Like, I just love how it was done to the song and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's on there, really.
Yeah. And then, kind of similar reasoning ish, is my last one, which is Kelvin and Otis Tango from last year. And that was to Bad Guy from Billie
Yeah,
Eilish.
I very nearly put that one on there. It was kind of a toss up between that one and Take Me to Church when I was like researching.
Yeah, it's just so, that scored 36, which was 4 9s, and it was just so like strong and just amazing.
Yeah,
Like the choreography was great and he performed it great.
yeah. I remember being quite cool lighting for that as well.
Yeah,
Like, I think a lot of it. For me, a lot of it is the lighting and the choreography.
yeah,
Um,
it definitely can. Well, especially the choreography just makes the dance
make
on
or
it.
break. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so for sure.
yeah. Although it's kind of not the celebrity's fault what that is, but what the choreography is definitely, well, it kind of depends if you're kind of drawn into the dance or if you're just a bit like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so. Like the way I look at it is it's part of the performance, definitely.
yeah, yeah. It's the main thing of the performance, really.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you'll get it right and sometimes you'll get it wrong, and that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah,
Just like with the dancing, sometimes you'll absolutely nail it, and then other times it won't hit.
yeah.
Um, so our next section, costumes slash makeup.
Um, so my first one, which is kind of random, but is Pixie Lott from 2014, and I'm basically just putting her on the list for the hair
Yeah,
because it was huge. Now,
I imagine there was a lot of hairspray and backcombing involved in that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if that had her real hair in, then I fell for her. Um, but it was just massive, wasn't it?
Well,
Looked
yeah,
like she stuck a hand in the toaster or something.
yeah,
And the
major
fact that it
static.
just kind of stayed there the whole dance, and yeah, was pretty amazing.
Yeah. So a lot of these I've actually already mentioned, so I won't mention them again because who wants to hear me again, really? Um, so my first one is Monster Mash, and it was Dr. Ranj, and yeah, all I remember is just the fact that it was like it was just like such fluff, like the fluffiness of
Oh,
his
yeah.
of his costume. Like he could hardly move in it. I feel like at
No, I mean,
times
how he danced in that, I have no
he
idea.
must have been so hot as well. I can only
Yeah,
imagine, like, because under the studio lights it can get very hot, and then when you've got that over you, oh my god. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
fair play to do what he did, but yeah, I think the costume might have ended up being a little bit of a hindrance, as amazing as it was, of
yeah.
course.
It's not exactly the best thing you want to be dancing
No, if you had a
in, is it?
choice, I think that would be quite near the bottom.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and then I've got Steve Backshall and Ola Jordan. They did Skeletons,
Yes,
and it was just skeletons basically. There were skeletons, and I just thought it was like really effective.
just a fan of the skeletons.
Yes, we like the skeletons.
Yes. No, I think that's a very valid reason to pick something, really.
Yeah.
So, my final two are not actually to do with dancers or any of the contestants. Because actually, what happens on Halloween week is the judges just dress up sometimes, don't they?
They do. Although the past few years they've not like gone all out,
They've
I
not
don't think.
gone, yeah, they've not gone as full on, have they? But when they did,
No.
one such instance was when Craig dressed up as the Joker in 2017.
Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, to see his hair green,
Yeah.
and the smiley face, put on there, even though it wasn't
Yeah.
really used a lot.
Yeah, that was just pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it would have been more apt if he had done it like this year or last series. Well, basically after the new Joker that's just came out,
Oh, yeah.
recently-ish. I would say recently-ish because it was kind of like a couple of years ago now. But
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been more apt because fresh in everyone's minds.
Yeah.
Quite a traumatizing film that. But yeah, no, it's still amazing. Yeah, I'd love to see him go more all out in the future.
Yeah, well, he did say that he's going to be dressing up tomorrow night, so
Yeah, so
we'll see.
yeah, I
Considering
guess
it's not supposed to be a Halloween special, I don't
that will
quite
be
understand.
interesting. Maybe just
But
going as himself. Maybe that's what he meant. Just
just Craig,
yeah,
let
scary
down.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So another one on my list is Louise Redknapp and Kevin, and this was in 2016, where Louise was as Harley Quinn and Kevin was following suit, the Joker.
Yeah.
They just looked great, so recognisable, and
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
main thing, isn't it, with characters like that, is they have to be like instantly recognisable.
yeah,
You have
yeah,
to get it right, really, just like
yeah,
authentic, like what they actually looked like. Just
yeah.
replicate that.
Like Harley Quinn's hair is
Yeah.
great, so that's quite recognisable, really, on its own. But yeah,
Yeah. My final one is again a Digital's one. This one is from or was from 2015, and again it's featuring the Adams family, and it was when every single judge like dressed up as a member of the Adams family. So
oh yeah,
Craig was Gomez, I believe, and I think Darcy was Morticia, and she made a good Morticia actually.
yeah.
And it was sort of went on like that. Like Len was, I don't really know. I don't think anyone was Wednesday because that would be weird. But um, I remember Bruno had like the stripy top on that
Yeah,
the other one wears. I can't remember the name, but yeah.
I'm
Basically,
not very familiar with the Adams family.
no, neither am I. That's why I'm like not having a clue what I talk about most of the time. But yeah, that I thought that was cool. But a lot, yeah. Recent years, it's kind of just been like cobwebs or like cobwebs on suits or like skulls on suits
Yeah,
or like just darker eye makeup. That's kind of been it, hasn't it?
yeah. It's a shame, really, but
But who knows?
I
Like you say,
guess
who knows about tomorrow?
yeah, we will see. I've got just a couple more. So the first one is Daisy and Aliash from 2016, and I don't really know exactly what they were, but they had like sugar skulls, like the makeup, and I
Yeah,
just thought the makeup was amazing, really.
yeah. I mean, the main thing I think with like the makeup department is how they managed to get it like to stay on because obviously when you dance you like sweat and stuff.
Yeah,
Like it always
that's
just
true.
stays on so well. Like I know you can get like waterproof stuff and that, but still.
Yeah,
And just yeah, the time they must put into it. Like I do wonder like how in advance before like the airtime they have to like go in for that. Like it's got to be like a few hours before you would think,
yeah,
just to get some
that's
of the
true.
just to achieve some of the looks they achieve really.
Yeah, it makes it sad, like the fact that at the end of the night it's just all gone.
Yeah, so like, all that just for a
Yeah,
1 minute 30 dance. That's crazy.
yeah, it's pretty sad, isn't it?
Yeah, when you look at it like that.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't just like I don't know, take it off and put it on
Yeah, like
again.
make it into a mask and then
Yeah,
be able to put it
well,
back on. Yeah.
I guess you probably could, but yeah.
We're not makeup artists here, so
No, we don't know what we're talking about, really, do we? And then the last one that I've got is Aston and Jeanette from 2016. Um, And again, I don't exactly know what they were, but Jeanette had like, her face was like white with kind of like gems on.
Yeah.
Don't really know how to describe it, but it was kind of like a grey theme. It
And
was
then
just like
wasn't
really pretty.
Aston had like kind of like afro type of hair as well, didn't he? Or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, with like,
Which is quite hard to achieve.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
So, on to our final bit, which is I'm quite excited for this bit actually. It's our favourite just Halloween songs really in general.
It got me thinking.
Yeah, because well, you really do have to think. Well, what one's a Halloween theme to start with?
Yeah. Well, the first one that I went for, which I wasn't sure if it classed as Halloween or not, but I just love the song and it's got a few memories for me, and that was Disturbia by Rihanna.
Yeah.
And yeah, I used to go to, I went to this little dance class thing and we did a dance to Disturbia.
Oh,
It was just very random, but
is that one I'm able to watch?
no, sadly not.
Oh no, not
This
in
was
the,
some totally
it's not in the list.
no,
Oh,
no, can't see that one. That one's
oh,
gone forever.
that's a shame.
Well, that was something totally
Yeah.
different in this little random village hall that
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think it was more of an adults thing. Like, I remember I was like one of the youngest there.
I think it's quite
Yeah.
a underrated song as far as like Rihanna ones go.
Yeah.
Like
She's
it's not
just,
one of her biggest, is it? That's for sure. Like when you hear like when you think of Rihanna, you think of like I don't know, like just not like all the other ones she did. Like there's a lot that she did with like Eminem, wasn't there? Like um there was like I'm trying to think. There's like there's diamonds. There's umbrella. There's all sorts, isn't there?
oh yeah. All the like
Um
older ones.
yeah,
I feel like kind of get forgotten about,
yeah,
really.
like you got like Shut Up and Drive, Russian
Yeah.
Roulette, all the nostalgic ones. I think yeah, Disturbia is one of them really.
The fact that you're just listing this off, like, that's quite impressive.
Thanks.
I'm just like, yeah, I can't remember
I was trying to remember
without
them.
looking back.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Disturbia is just a great song.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
agreed.
was searching for like different Halloween songs, trying to think if I missed anything obvious, and I was like, you know what, I'm shoving that on
Well, yeah,
because
why
I
not?
love it.
And it has memories for you.
It does.
So my first one is one of my favorite, like just like this is like a pure Halloween one. Like a lot of mine have got like implied Halloween vibes. This is like could be more obvious since the title's called This Is Halloween.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And yeah, I just get it in my head sometimes, like this is Halloween. That's all I hear in my head.
yeah. That's all I get as soon as you mention that.
Yeah.
It's hard not to, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, that's mainly that's one of the reasons I chose it is that I get it in my head a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's a
yeah,
great
just
song.
really nice song and just cool lyrics as well in general, and of course a catchy kind of main bit.
Yeah, yeah. I think most people know that one, don't they?
Yeah, even if you hadn't seen the film, I feel like
Yeah,
you just know it.
yeah. I haven't. I need to watch it.
I think I've seen it once, but I don't really remember it, so I need to as well.
Yeah. So my next one is Monster Mash. A lot of these I feel like are just very obvious, the ones that I've
Yeah,
got.
I've got it in my head now. That one.
Yeah, and that's just
That's a great party
a
one as well.
classic, isn't it? Yeah,
I've been to a few Halloween parties, and that one's always a great one to. I guess that gets everyone up.
yeah. There's always like everyone dancing around and yeah.
Yeah, another one that gets everyone up is Time Warp
Oh
from the
yeah,
Rocky Horror Picture Show because everyone loves doing the dance, of course,
yeah. You can't knock it,
and all
can
like
you?
and all the kind of directions it shouts out.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great one.
Yeah, it's one of those that's like there with like the conga and cha cha
Yeah,
slide. It's those kind of ones, isn't it?
yeah, Yeah.
Where
Like
everyone
that one.
just you get dragged up if you don't get involved, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no. And another one I feel that kind of also gets people up is Thriller.
Yeah.
That, I don't know, I just feel like everyone kind of always gets up and does the little. I'm doing it here, but you can't see what I'm doing. the little arm thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I remember, weird thing with Thriller is I remember seeing it when I was younger and being terrified by the music video.
yeah. I remember
I really
being.
didn't like it.
No, I remember. I can't even remember why. I think I was about like 11, and although I don't know, maybe I was older because I'm sure I was home alone with my friend, and that sounds quite young to be home alone at night with my friend. But
Now that I think about it.
yeah, I must have been older, and I don't know why, but Thriller came on the TV. It must have had like a music channel on or something, and all of like the curtains were open, and it was like dark outside, and I was freaked out because it was like
What if that
my
starts
friend's
happening?
house was like quite a big house,
Yeah.
and it was just there was something a bit creepy about it being like an oldish big house, and I was just like I felt like there was people looking in through the windows, like oh,
Yeah. That's happened to me when I've watched episodes of Doctor Who.
oh yeah.
I suddenly think that that alien's gonna be in my house. It's great.
Some of them are a bit scary, aren't they?
Yeah, and then you like creep upstairs, even if
Yeah,
there's stuff in there.
yeah,
Oh, great. Fun times being a kid, wasn't it?
yeah.
Anyway, this one's kind of a cheat, I guess. Um, but, since we are also partially a musicals podcast, I did have to include it. It's Phantom of the Opera, and I think you can guess where that's from. From the Phantom of the Opera. And yeah, the thing is, I don't know whether it's truly Halloween, but it gives me
I guess
Halloween
it has
vibes.
it has a vibe, doesn't it?
It does, and just and again, that's kind of one that even if you're not into musicals, you sort of just know it, don't you? You know the tune,
Yeah, definitely. It's just very distinctive.
and the instruments.
Yeah. So my next one is, considering I've never seen it, the Addams theme tune, the Addams Family theme tune.
Yeah, that's also on mine. Yeah.
I don't. Well, yeah, I've never really seen the Addams Family, but
But
it's
the
just one
tune's
of them
just cool.
things that
Yeah.
everyone knows, and it's just great, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty simple, really. I feel like it's quite
Yeah.
repetitive, but catchy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really, really simplistic, but just so effective because
Yeah,
you can clap in the gap. Do you know what I mean? Like in the gap between,
yeah,
or do anything you like. Really tap along to it, that kind of thing.
yeah,
Anything that allows you to do that, I think, is an instant hit.
yeah.
Really.
It's great.
But so
Yeah.
my final one for songs. There's been many versions of this song, but the version I've chosen is sung by Bette Midler in Hocus Pocus, and it's "I Put a Spell on You."
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really like it. It's just I really like the kind of the voice in it. Is that weird? Like there's
Yeah.
I don't know if
No,
I
I
don't know
know what
if
you
you know what I
mean.
mean. There, it's like I don't know. It just feels like a really purposely strained voice.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's a very mesmerizing song, I guess. Like how it talks about putting a spell on someone. You do just hear it, and it's very just sort of like that, really.
yeah, yeah, it's quite a good song. And then my last one is Ghostbusters,
Yes.
which I hadn't seen Ghostbusters until recently. Um, but yeah, that's another one, isn't it? That you don't have to have
Yeah, I haven't
seen
seen
it
them.
to have known it.
No. My only experience with Ghostbusters is I played the PS3 game once, the demo.
Oh,
Downloaded the demo from the PlayStation Store, and yeah, It was cool. I had a gun and I got to shoot some ghosts, and then the demo ended. That was it.
Oh, that's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember being like, please, can we have the full one? No, not happening.
Oh,
No, of course not.
other sad things of being a kid.
I mean, it reminded me of. I mean, this is completely off topic, but it reminded me of when Sky used to have the games, and
I literally thought that as you were saying that.
you would play like Beehive Bedlam, for instance, and then it'd be
Yeah.
like, please pay, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, and then you have to go off it and start again.
Yeah. All
But
over
it'd feel
again.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. That's the kind of vibe it had.
Yeah. Well, that actually reminds me, Ghostbusters, of the circus.
Yeah.
So I don't know how big this circus is, but we used to get this circus that comes every year. I haven't been for a few years, so I don't know if it's still in it, but there's this one bit in the circus where like the beds come out and there's like the two people that are the Ghostbusters and they're trying to like go round the, well, I want to call it a stage. Is it a stage? I don't know. We'll call it a stage.
Yeah, stage. We'll go for
and
that.
trying to like look for the ghosts, and then the ghosts come out and all the audience are shouting like behind you, and then they turn around.
Very
A
pantomime.
pantomime,
Yeah.
thing. But that was just kind of always on, and it was like in the dark, and there was like glowing. It was pretty cool.
No, that's cool. That's an interesting twist to a circus that I didn't think I'd be hearing.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of odd things in that circus. That was the one that I got blooming pulled up on the stage.
Oh, was it? How brilliant for you.
Oh, it was awful. I wouldn't take no for an answer. Then I had the whole blooming like audience like staring at me while I'm like, no. And she was like, come on. And the person I was with didn't help my case. It was just like,
that's brilliant. Yeah.
Watching me. So yeah.
Wow.
That was actually the last time I went to the circus. Traumatised me for life.
So have you got any more for songs, or are we all done?
No, that was my last one.
Wow, good timing that. We both actually shared that evenly.
We did.
With the amount
Proud
we
of
had.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so on to my song of the week pick.
Yeah, what you got this week?
I've gone for, this is a Magic at the Musical's favourite actually. Michael in the Bathroom from Be More Chill.
Oh,
now this was
we had a conversation about this the other week, didn't we?
We did. If this was like, if Anxiety was a song, it would be this, I think.
Oh,
it's just it's brilliant. It's like internal like monologue throughout. There's like even a knocking, like it even like vocalizes the knocking at the door and like people trying to come in. It's just great because I've been there. Like I've been at parties where you're just in the bathroom and you're like, yeah, I don't really want to go back into that. That kind of thing. Yeah, it's brilliant. So yeah, that's my pick really. I think it's like really underrated.
Yeah, it's just like such a great song, and I didn't even realise that that's what it was called until you like asked me if I'd heard it, and then I had to like YouTube it and be like, oh, it's that one. Yes, I do. I don't know why, because it's dead obvious that is the song.
I mean, it's repeated quite a lot, but yeah, it's I guess like you wouldn't know because there's just so much going on in that song and in the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it really does feel like you're right there with him. Like, it's okay, Michael. You know, that kind of.
You'll get out the other side.
Yeah. I really want to see the whole thing. So yeah, next episode will be where's the best seat in the theatre. That's a heavily debated topic, isn't it?
It is. I think it's very much personal choice, really, isn't it?
But yeah, we're going to go through the options.
Yeah, all of the little advantages of each bit.
Yeah, definitely. And don't forget to check out our social medias. We're on Facebook, Stores and Glitterballs. Our Spotify playlist is also up. And then on Twitter and Instagram, we're Stores and Jeebles.
We are.
And that's all.
Time for the curtain call.